Okay, round one with Jund, and I'm on the play, so that's pretty good, obviously. Santa Stinker. I'm on the play. If I was on the draw, I'm probably gonna keep this anyway. Just because I can play two of my guys and I draw any land, I can play Garruk. I can't really play these aristocrats in my hand yet, but I don't think going to 5 when I have a 4-drop playable in my hand, possibly on turn 3, would be ideal. So I'm probably playing against the red-green deck, because people still play that, or very rarely the spirit deck. Not a lot of people play that. It could also be Jund that plays Abundant Growth. I don't really like that, but it is a thing. Hopefully it doesn't kill anything I own, because if he does, I'm pretty much screwed. Yep. Oh, I drew the land too. So I need to draw another land to get out of this. Otherwise I'm pretty much just not going to do anything this game and he's going to walk all over me. It must be the red-green deck. He just played to a second mountain. I guess I'll know if he gets a swamp here. I'd kind of rather he get a swamp because I can kill Falconer the Aristocrat. The Borderland Ranger was a good draw. Because next turn I can play the Aristocrat and start doing damage. Hopefully he can't, like he doesn't draw his Bonfire or something. I like this land. One bad thing about having Tragic Slope instead of Pillar is I used to just kill these Huntmasters with Joy. But now with Tragic Slip I try to kill Falconwrath Aristocrat instead of Huntmaster. So I'm just gonna kill this Huntmaster here. I don't know if that's better than playing the Aristocrat, because now my Garruk dies. And it's just a 1-for-1, and I gain a bit of life. But if I just attacked with the Aristocrat, he could flip his Huntmaster, and I'd have to sacrifice one of my creatures, most likely my mana creature. That'll set me another mana back, so I can't play my Aristocrat, my second Aristocrat. And this is probably Wolfir Silverheart, if I had to guess. Maybe a Hellrider? I think Hellrider would be the worst, which seems odd, but I do have like a Tragic Slip. So if I draw a land, or a black land, I'd be able to play Falconwrath Aristocrat and Tragic Slip. Yep, you got it. That is a dead Garruk. I'm at 20, so I can take a bunch of damage. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to attack with my Aristocrat and probably not block at all, because I want to save my blocks until I can Tragic Slip. I kind of need to have him to have nothing else for the rest of the game, essentially. I could have left this back to block, but that doesn't actually kill any of his creatures, so I'd rather get in for 4 damage. If he has another Silverheart here, I'm dead. I can't realistically deal with that without drawing another black source. It looks like that's what he has. Either that or this is a Bonfire of the Damned for 2? Not sure how I like Garruk in this deck yet. I used to play 3 in the main deck, but it was just too slow. Then I saw just a version with 2 and none in the sideboard, and I was like, that could be good enough. Garruk's pretty clunky. Because this is not the format of old. Like, whenever you play Garruk and they play Bonfire, you feel like the worst possible human being on the face of the earth. Is he finally playing what he is? Devil's Play, maybe? Flashback? Bonfire, okay. So that sucks, because now I can't play my other creature. Though if he manages not to kill me in the next turn, oh, I drew a black source, which would have been insane if he hadn't had Bonfire. But as of now, I can Huntmaster, block, block, block. Yeah, I guess that's my only play. I don't really know what I'm hoping to draw anymore. I guess a bunch of small mana creatures. Like any mana creature, I think, or a Borderland Ranger or something. So I can play a creature and Tragic Slip his Silverheart. Oh jeez, I'm dead. I guess I'll wait and see if he uses it. I have had some people just forget it has an ability and just not use it when their guys are bonded and have trample. Devil's Play for 4. Yep. So against red-green, it's not a matchup I'm too worried about because most of their things are just worse than Falconwrath Aristocrat. Like their main threat is the Wolfear Silverheart, which I board in Zealous Conscripts for, and Garruk's not super good against them, mainly because they have Stranglergeist, and that's not where you want to be. Put in some pillars, take out a Huntmaster. It might be better to take out Huntmaster for another Sever, that way I have more cards to get rid of Silverheart. And I'm mostly relying on Zealous Conscripts and Falconwrath Aristocrat to win anyway. And Garruk can kill mana creatures, but most versions of red-green don't even play them. They just prefer to Borderland Rangers and Abundant Growths instead, and they don't actually accelerate at all. I think this is fine. I guess Bonfire's not the best against them, so I could take one out for a Tragic Slip. It kind of depends on what his build is like. If he's playing the Hellrider build, I probably want all 3. But since I don't know, I'd rather try to kill his threatening creatures. Actually, Bonfire may be better. He's playing Huntmaster. Let's be real here. Bonfire the Damned is a great card against Huntmaster. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do. I would like to play first. And the sand is very good. Well, not very good, but it is extremely passable. It does a fine job of killing his first creature, and then playing some Borderland Rangers. So, speaking of the Sliverlands, I really like how WotC gave everyone a premium deck. I guess if you're... I can't remember the condition for it. I know I got the Slivers one. I think it was like if your total rewards points were high enough. That's how you got it. But I really like how they did that, because now there's a bunch of like Figures of Destiny and Exhumes from the... or not Exhume, Entomb from the Reanimator and Fire and Lightning decks. So that's nice. Boost to the economy for Modern, and I guess Legacy, but people don't really play that anymore. Online at least. What am I getting with this Borderland Ranger? I probably want just a swamp or forest since I have Kessig Wolf Run. That way I can activate something and then play like a Mana Dork. That gives me 3 sources of green though. Yeah, I'll just get a swamp. Because I have another Borderland Ranger if I need a forest, I can get it then. He has a really slow hand. He probably has like all the Wolfear Silverhearts. Now I'm gonna catch hell on his 4th turn. So I'll just play Huntmaster. And if he has the bonfire, that will blow me out a turn from now. Hellrider? Maybe? That's the only thing I could see him keeping the hand with. Oh, it sucks. Doesn't have the second mountain. Or the Abundant Growth, or the Borderland Ranger. I wonder what he kept. He has to have like at least 2 or 3 of Silver Hearts in his hand. I mean, I guess I could see him keeping a handful of removal, but that doesn't seem ideal against like the Falconwrath Aristocrat deck, especially Pillar of Flame. I'm just gonna bond my Silver Heart with this Borderland Ranger. That way I don't get blown out by Bonfire if I just play Borderland Ranger. And also this has better game against his Wolfear Silverheart if he plays it next turn. His start's just way too slow for this right now. He needs to come out a little faster than turn 5. Yeah, that's not quite what he needs, but it does do something. Like I have to Pillar Flame it. Well, I don't have to. Ooh, a Falconwrath Aristocrat. Let's see, if I Pillar his Huntmaster and swing and play my Aristocrat, that gets in for a guaranteed 12 damage? Yeah, that's lethal. Because this will be blocked, then that's 8 plus 4 is 12. So no Keswick Wolf Run math necessary. Yeah, he kept a pretty bad hand against me, which I guess is good for me, but not actually leads to an interesting game because I just end up stopping him. Yep. And I still like the way I sideboarded. Like I kind of want more Pillar of Flames to be honest, because of his Huntmaster. But I don't want to bring in Human Frailty because he has Wolfear Silverheart and I'm assuming he's Strenglord Geist. I haven't seen one yet, but I don't really consider Game 2 pretty indicative of what cards he's playing, since he played 2 cards and they were cards I already knew about. Yeah, I think that's fine. I could play Tribute Hunger to get Silver Hearts. That's pretty unreliable. I'd just rather play Sever, but I don't want to take out any of my cards. I mean, I could see taking out a Tragic Slip for Sever the Bloodline, since I'm going to lose to the higher up creatures that will be more conditional for Tragic Slip to remove. This hand's kind of awkward. All coming to play tap lands. He went to 6. I think I'm going to keep this hand. I can't play Borderland Ranger on turn 2 unless I draw an untapped land. Well, no, I can't play it on... Okay, I guess I can now, but... But I kept the hand because Borderland Ranger would get me the 3rd land I needed. And with the Pilgrim, that's pretty much guaranteed to cast the Aristocrat. And the Silverheart would soon follow. I kind of want to kill this, but I didn't lead with Evolving Wild, so I can't. Just grab a mountain here. Next turn, play my Aristocrat, and then the turn after that, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to play Silverheart. If not, I have to settle for like whatever I draw in the meantime. Is he mana short? He probably just wants me to block to get rid of my creatures, but I don't want to do that because it gives me a pretty large buffer with Aristocrat. Okay, he just wanted free damage, which is still fine. I'm not going to block there. So I did draw an untapped land. This game has been actually pretty fortunate for me. I drew an untapped land to play the Pilgrim turn 1, speeding me up by a turn, and then I drew the untapped land for the Aristocrat. So now, I guess if he removes my Pilgrim, I can't play my Silverheart next turn. But otherwise, I don't really know what he's doing this game. Like yeah, that's not gonna do it. And yeah, this Borderland Ranger's getting in there. He's just gonna block and sack it, so might as well. If he wants to trade, he doesn't get his mana. And he can't place Hunt Master, he probably has in his hand. Yep. Goes to 6, and he can't get rid of Falcon Aristocrat. Especially since he didn't grab a Swamp for Tragic Slope. I guess he has Zealous Persecution, or Persecutor. Zealous Conscripts. Sorry, too many Zealous cards in Magic. That would make me sacrifice it, but then I'd just kill him on the swing back anyway. So if he has Hunt Master, he goes to 8. And then I swing for 8. Yeah, okay. Couldn't think of anything to get him out of that. And he seemed to agree with me, so starting 1-0 this daily. And I'll see you for round 2.